What seems like my entire life until this recent point, I have been incredibly uncomfortable with femininity, especially with it being highlighted in the news. The word feminist, equality, any of those words are essentially triggers for me to shut the fuck down because I don't want to disturb the peace, essentially. And most importantly, that is because I did not and still continue to need to do the work in my own self of what that is and why it's important to me, if it's important to me. And from all of this work that I've done with my own self, and mostly in private behind closed doors or solo, I am pulling on my own power and my place of being a privileged female and hosting women in a place where it seems like they do not belong. I spent over a month at this amazing lodge and I didn't cross one female. Not one. And not because they're not included by the people who own or who go there. Simply by, I think, our, as in female, own belief of rejection or disinclusion. This place is amazing. The people who go there are amazing. They have bigger hearts than I had anticipated. However, in our time there, it's likely that we will be the only people there. This retreat is wild woman, womb. It's a weird word for me to say. I wrote it for the first time just a couple months ago, and I pledged myself that I would use it more. I was going to call it Wild Women. I was going to try and call it Women in the Wild, anything in wild women. But it really isn't that wild to be in nature. In fact, it is harmony. And so I felt like this wasn't working, there's this disconnection. And I felt like, okay, what am I doing here? What are we doing here together? And it really is a coming back to. It's about reconnecting to nature and nature that is inside of us, not just the trees and the squirrels and the creatures. What's inside of us? And inside of us is a womb. In some of us, there may not be a womb, but we came from a place. We all on this earth came from that place. And so this is a retreat for women to return, to wake up, or to just simply sit quietly and experience. There's so much to unravel together. I do sincerely hope that you will join me.